Welcome back to my channel. This is Nikki of Nikki's Homemade Crafts. Today I'm going to teach you how to mosaic crochet a reversible snowflake mug rug. It's much easier than you might think. This pattern is part of a very special event called the Advent Calendar Crochet Along Volume 2. It has a mystery feature to it because you don't know which pattern I will be publishing each day. The entire event has 30 crochet patterns. 24 of them will be available free to view on my website. But again, you don't know which one. The 24 patterns will also be available in my membership, ad-free and printer-friendly. You can also get those on Ravelry and Etsy as a PDF. All 30 crochet patterns include a video tutorial. If you want to get all 30 crochet patterns ad-free and printer-friendly, then get my ebook at the link down below in the description or my website. All 30 crochet patterns are last-minute gift ideas. The entire event is sponsored by Premier Yarns. Now let's get started with today's quick crochet pattern. In order to get started, you're going to need some worsted cotton yarn. I'm using Premier's Cotton Sprout yarn, and the colors ultramarine and white. You do not have to make this project reversible, but I will show you how to do that in case you want to do so. I'm also going to use a 4mm hook. You may also need a pair of scissors or a rotary cutter with a proper board underneath if you want to cut your fringe straight using those tools, but you can also use just a pair of scissors. In order to crochet this snowflake mug rug using mosaic crochet, specifically overlay mosaic crochet, you're going to need this graph. Ignore column 26, it's just going to tell you which color you're going to use for each row. We're going to cut each color at the end of the row, and we're going to use the yarn ends for the fringe. So if you don't like that, you can totally weave it in as well. Furthermore, I'm going to teach you how to make this specific graph or this specific pattern reversible. However, you have a choice not to do so. You can totally do the regular overlay mosaic crochet for this project. I will mention how to do that during the tutorial as well. The very first thing you need to know if you've never done mosaic crochet before is you need to understand these graphs. The first thing is, which I always say, and it's super duper easy to remember, is if you see a blank space or a blank pixel, meaning a pixel without an X, you are simply going to crochet a single crochet in the back loop only. Besides the first row, because you have to start somewhere. The first row is done just a regular single crochet. So if you see, no matter what the color is on this graph, if you see a pixel without an X, you're going to crochet a single crochet in the back loop only. If you see an X, you're going to do a mosaic double crochet, which is a double crochet 2 rows down. There's a front loop left over, and you're going to crochet into that. And then obviously you're going to skip the stitch behind it. Now that stitch behind it is important when you do the reversible mosaic crochet. It's going to be used like an anchor. I'm going to go through it for a few rows, and then you're going to pretty much see what I'm talking about. You're going to see that in order to do it reversible, you have to do like a catch-up row. So that means whenever you see that the previous row with a different color, if you see there was a mosaic double crochet done, then you have to do that in the back with the new color. Obviously, when there's none done, then you're not going to do anything. But you will see it's actually very straightforward once you kind of get the hang of it, and we're going to base our project on this graph. So I'm going to show you a few rows, and then once you get the hang of it, you're just going to keep going and finish it up. And then I will tell you how to do the very last row. So the graph shows that we need 25 stitches per row. We're going to start with a chain of 26. So chain 26. And starting from the second chain from the hook, I like to go in the back bump, so turn your project around a little bit, and then crochet your single crochets. 1 single crochet per chain. You will end up with 25 single crochets for the very first row. Then you're going to cut your yarn. Now make a slip knot with the other color once you finish your first row of just single crochets. You're going to attach your slip knot with your hook into the very first stitch, but only going through the back loop only. So make a single crochet. I'm not doing a chain of 1 or anything. It just creates extra bulk. And now we're going to crochet 1 row of just single crochet stitches, but all done in the back loop only. Once you finish this row, you're going to cut your yarn. Once you're done with your very first 2 rows, we're now going to officially start with the mosaic crochet graph. I'm going to lay it over here so you can kind of see it. So we now did rows 1 and 2. We're now starting with row 3. Anytime you see an X, we're going to make a double crochet that is made in the front loop 2 rows down of the same color. So which would be right here. I'm going to attach my slip knot onto my hook, and I'm going to start with an alternative turning chain, which is equivalent to a double crochet. So let's do that. So start with a single crochet, and then insert your hook into the loop that's closest to your yarn finger, yarn over and pull through, and finish it up like another single crochet. So that's a stacked single crochet, counts as a double crochet. Okay, so it shows here that we have to do 10 double crochets in that front loop. So 10 mosaic double crochets. So let's do that. So we're simply going to insert our hook into those front loops that are left over from the white, and we're going to crochet into those, doing double crochet stitches. So nothing special yet. There's no reversible technique happening at this point. Once you have 10, you can see that there is a blank pixel, then an X again, blank, X, blank. So anytime you see a blank one, no matter what the color is, you're going to do a single crochet in a back loop only. So let's do that. So single crochet in a back loop only. Next one is an X, which means it's a mosaic double crochet 2 rows down. Then we have a non-X pixel. So again, that is a single crochet in a back loop only. And then we have another X, so a mosaic double crochet. And then we have another blank, so another single crochet in a back loop only. And it's going to look like this. So now the rest of the row is just mosaic double crochets. I'm going to do that, and you do as well, and then cut your yarn at the end of the row. Now let's go to the next row. So we finished row 3. We're going now to row 4. So row 4 has mostly blank spaces and just 1 X, and the rest of it is again blank spaces. So that means a lot of single crochets in the back loop only. However, here's the stage now where you need to decide, are you going to make it reversible or not? So let me show you the difference. If you're not going to make it reversible, you're simply going to insert your hook into the very first stitch in the back loop only. Everything is done in the back loop only if you're doing single crochet, and making a single crochet, and then you're just going to keep on going, making single crochets in the back loop only. That's all. That is the non-reversible way. Okay, you're just going to keep going. You're just going to focus on single crochet in the back loop only or the mosaic double crochet. That's it. If you're going to make it reversible, you have to do one little extra step when you do your single crochets in the back loop only. So anytime you see that there was an X in a previous row, so right here you see that you have to do a single crochet in a back loop only, but there was an X right below, which means it was a double crochet right below. In that case, you have to do a catch up. That means now when you do your single crochet, you also have to do an anchored double crochet in the back. Okay, so you're literally actually doing 2 rows at the same time. You're going to do this row and you're doing the catch-up row at the same time. So let me show you. It's actually much easier than you might think. So you're going to insert your hook into the very first stitch in the back loop only, and you're going to start making a single crochet, but you're not finishing it. Not yet, at least. Now you're going to yarn over. You're going to tilt your project a little bit, and you see that there's these leftover stitches, right? These leftover stitches are the ones that we skipped when we made the double crochet. We're going to use these now. So you're going to insert your hook into the back loop. You can do both loops. I prefer just the back loop of those skipped stitches. Okay, you're going to insert your hook, yarn over and pull through. You have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through 2. Now yarn over and pull through 3. So that means in the front, it's going to look like a single crochet now. In a moment, you will really see it. And in the back, you made a double crochet. So which is that catch up. So you're actually repeating the double crochet, but in the back. Okay, so let's do that again. We have to do this 10 times. So you insert your hook into the next stitch, back loop only. Once you have your unfinished single crochet, yarn over, tilt slightly, pick up that loop, right? Yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 3. And now you have a single crochet in the front and a double crochet in the back. So now you can see how it's reversible, right? You see a double crochet here and you see double crochets here. So you have to do this now. Every time you see a single crochet, you're also doing the anchored double crochet in the back. So for blue, I'm looking at my project and looking, did I do a double crochet in the previous row in white? Then I have to do the anchored double crochet in the back. And now that I did a few stitches, you can see it really. You can see it looks like a single crochet in the front and it's a double crochet in the back. So you're simply going to do this until you have this done. And here in the very middle of it, you can see that there's one X. So you see here there's one X. Make sure you do that double crochet down. I'm going to do it until here and show it to you and then finish up the rest after. So here I made my 10 single crochet and anchored double crochet combo in the back here. And so we have it now reversible. Single crochets in the front, double crochets in the back. So now you can see that the next stitch, it's still referring to a single crochet, but there was no double crochet below it. So we're not doing any anchoring here. We're just going to make a single crochet in a back loop. That's it. Here's again a double crochet, which means we need to do the anchor. So insert, go back, get your loop, and make your anchor double crochet in the back with your single crochet in the front. Now right here, it says there's an X. That means we need to do a mosaic double crochet in the front loop right here, 2 rows down. So there's that front loop. So we're simply going to make our double crochet on top. So now we're just going to repeat what we just did over here. Okay, so anytime you see a double crochet, single crochet with the anchor in the back of a double crochet. And when there is no double crochet, you're just going to make a single crochet if it says so. So it says here there's you're supposed to do a single crochet, regular single crochet in a back loop only. Now I'm going to finish up this row and we're going to do one more row together. Okay, so this is how it looks like right now from the front. And if you tilt it around, this is how it's going to look like in the back. Okay, so we're now going to do one more row together. So I'll show you the white one. It's exactly the same style. So we're now going to look right here. We just finished row 4, so we're now going to do row 5. Okay, it says here we have to do 6 mosaic double crochets. So we're going to do that. So again, we're going to start with an alternative turning chain. So go into that front loop of the white, make a single crochet, and make another single crochet on top for the stacked single crochet or alternative turning chain. And now we have to do 5 more mosaic double crochets. We didn't do any mosaic double crochet in blue, so we're going to simply ignore that. So there you go. I have 6. So now let's look what we have to do next. So there's 3 blank spaces. So we're simply going to do single crochet in the back loop only. There was absolutely no double crochet right here. So there's no X here. So that's what we're going to do. So 3 single crochets in the back loop only. Like so. And then right here, again, a double crochet and a blank. So double crochet, then single crochet in the back loop only. So we have to do 1 double crochet right here, and then we have to do the anchor again because there's a single crochet right here, but there's an X below. So let's do first the double crochet. So here's the double crochet. And then here is that double crochet in blue. So we know we have to do an anchor because there's a single crochet right above. So we're going to do the single crochet that's unfinished, yarn over, tilt slightly, grab that loop, yarn over and pull through, and do your anchor with a single crochet. There. Now we're just going to do the mirror image of what we see here on the right side, right? So we're going to do again a double crochet, then a regular single crochet, a double crochet. Now we have 3 regular single crochets, and then the rest of the row is just double crochets. And it's going to look like this. Now you're going to simply keep going and doing the entire graph just like we just did, okay? Once you're done, it's going to look like this, but you have to do one more thing. If you're doing the reversible way, you have to do 2 extra rows just to make sure it's even, okay? You have to do, after row 19, you have to do a catch-up row, which you can't see over here besides the back, okay? So where you're simply going to do single crochet in a back loop only, but with the anchor whenever it shows that. So whenever you see the X, you have to do the anchor. And when there's no X, you just have to do a regular single crochet in a back loop only. That's what we're doing in blue. It's right behind here, okay? And then you have 1 more row of double crochets, but with a different type of anchor. You're going to do a single crochet anchor because we don't want the blue to kind of just hang away. So what you're going to do is you're going to do a double crochet into the white 2 rows below. You're going to make an unfinished one like so, and now you're going to insert your hook into the back loop of the blue, yarn over, and then yarn over and pull through all 3. So let me show you again. You're going to do an unfinished double crochet 2 rows down like so. Now you're going to insert your hook into the back loop of the blue, yarn over and pull through. You have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. So it's like a double crochet in the front, but a single crochet in the back. So let's do it one more time here. Unfinished double crochet, like so. And then insert your hook into the back loop of the blue, yarn over and pull through. 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. So those 2 last rows are not shown on the graph because those are catch-up rows that you have to do if you do it reversible. So let's look at it, how it's going to look like if it's reversible. So this is the front, and then this is the back. So now you have to decide of what you're going to do with the fringe. You can weave it all in if you don't like fringe, or if you want to have fringe, you're going to cut it. Now in order to cut it even, you're ideally going to take a cutting board, okay? And I have here a rotary cutter, but you can also just use scissors. You're going to take your project and align it with some kind of line. So I'm going to pick this line right here. I'm going to make my yarn as straight as I possibly can. I'm going to take something heavy and put it on top. It can be your hand. It can be something else. I'm going to use my mouse here. And then I'm going to take some tape, stretch it a little bit, and then tape it down straight. Once it's straight attached with some kind of tape, you're simply going to take your rotary cutter and cut right along the line and cut through. And now you're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. And once you're done, it's going to look like this. You can totally steam block it a little bit if you want the fringe to lay a little bit more flat. You have the front side here, and then you have the back side here. And because we did the catch-up row, you can see that we have a white line on the top and white line on the bottom. Otherwise, you wouldn't see that. And it makes it super pretty, whether you're going to use the blue-white side or whether you're going to use the white-blue side. Fun thing is it's actually nice and thick, so you could almost even use it as a pot holder. But I'm going to use it as a mug rug. Be sure to like, comment, and share this video, and subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on the bell to get a notification next time I publish a new video or go live. Now go ahead and watch the next video. I'm sure you want to. I'll see you next time. Bye!